What is the spiritual dream meaning of ropes?
You know him as Harry Houdini, the greatest escape artist who ever lived, but his real name? Eric Weiss. And every single night he'd let people tie him up, bind him, convinced, no, knowing he could break free.
I mean, picture it. Hands lashed, ankles knotted, sometimes even submerged in a locked tank of water. Every night he was bound, and every night he got free. See, for Houdini, ropes weren't just props. Oh no, they were his language. You could even say they were his obsession.
But here's the thing. There was one knot he could never, ever untie. In 1913, his mother died. And the man who could escape literally anything just completely unraveled. For the next 13 years of his life, he was obsessed, desperately trying to contact her spirit, going to seances, mediums, anything, just searching for that connection. It's incredible, right? The master of the external rope was completely trapped by an internal one. The man who escaped everything couldn't escape his own grief, his longing. He died still searching for her, still tied. You see, his entire life was a dream about ropes. The ones he broke every night on stage, and the one that held him tight right until his final breath. And that's the thing. It's a dream you might be living right now, and you might not even realize it. Look, if you see a rope in your dream, it is not random. It's a direct line, a transmission from your subconscious. It is an urgent message about your relationships, about your deepest fears, about your spiritual health, and you absolutely cannot afford to ignore it. And this gets to the heart of it, this ancient symbolism. A rope can be two things, right? It can be a lifeline, something that saves you, an anchor that keeps you safe. Or it can be the total opposite, bondage, strangulation, control. And that contradiction, that's not a mistake. That's the whole point. So this brings us to some questions, and you need to be brutally honest with yourself here. No excuses. Are you being held back by something you can't quite put your finger on? Maybe it's an obligation, a fear, some kind of pattern you just can't seem to break. And what about this? Are you clinging to someone or something so tightly that the idea of letting go feels like dying? It could be a relationship, a job, an identity that you know doesn't serve you anymore, but you just can't imagine your life without it. Okay, now let's flip this around. What if you're the one doing the tying? Are you trying to control things, people, situations, all because you're terrified of what might happen if you just let go? You know, most people just ignore dreams like this. They just write them off, and that is a huge, devastating mistake. A rope in your dream is your psyche firing a flare up into the sky. It's a signal. The real question is, are you even looking up? So you have to ask yourself, which rope do you need to escape from? And which one is actually your lifeline? Part 2. All right, let's get right back into it. The spiritual meaning of ropes in your dreams. Let's be clear about something right now. There's no such thing as just a dream about a rope. Forget it. Every single one, it's a specific, urgent message from deep inside you. And right now, it is screaming at you to listen up. So, first up, we're diving into the red alert signals, the warnings. You know, these are the dreams that show up when you are at your absolute breaking point. And trust me, ignoring them, it's not an option. Okay, so dreaming of being tied up. Look, your subconscious is not being subtle here at all. This is about being suffocated in your actual real life. Maybe it's a job, a relationship, some obligation you feel like you just can't escape. Whatever it is, it's got you captive, and you are running out of air. And here's the absolute gut punch. The thing keeping you there, the belief, that is the knot. Yeah, the story you keep telling yourself. You know the one. Oh, I'll be a failure if I leave this, or I'm so selfish if I say no. That's your prison. You have got to challenge that belief like your life depends on it, because let's be real, it does. Next up, the fraying rope. It is so easy to just write this one off as, oh, it's just my anxiety. But no, it's not. You need to think of this as a diagnostic scan. It's a flashing red light telling you something critical in your life, your health, your patience, a relationship, is about to snap. And you already know what it is, don't you? Your soul is basically begging you to have one, just one, honest conversation. I'm not talking about a fight. I'm talking about a real, vulnerable talk to fix what's fraying before it's too late, before it's gone for good.
Okay, stop. If you've had this dream, you need to take it with deadly seriousness. Dreaming of a noose, it almost never means what you think it does on the surface. Spiritually, it points to something that is actively, right now, killing your spirit. It could be a story you tell yourself, a toxic pattern, a relationship just hanging over your head.
This is your psyche staging an intervention. It is screaming at you to identify that one thing that is draining the life out of you. You have to name it, say it out loud, tell someone. This is absolutely not the time to be silent. And sometimes it's not just one thing, it's everything all at once. Dreaming of tangled ropes, that's a direct map of your inner world. It means you are completely overwhelmed. All your commitments, all your emotions, they're so tangled up you can't tell where one ends and the next one begins. You're just lost in it. And the message here isn't some deep spiritual riddle. It's practical. It's an intervention. It means you have to simplify right now. I mean, literally, list out everything you're trying to juggle. Now circle the 3 things that actually matter, that align with your core values. Everything else, put it down. You can afford to. All right, let's shift gears a bit. Now we're moving into the dreams about ascent, about the path forward. These are the dreams that are all about movement, struggle, and connection. So you dream of climbing a rope. What does that mean? It means you are on your way up. You're mid-ascent. That goal, that promotion, that relationship you want to deepen, it's right there. It's within your grasp. Yeah, your arms are burning, but this isn't a warning dream. This is your soul yelling at you, grip tighter, don't let go. You are so much closer than you think. Then there's the rope bridge. This dream, it only shows up when you are in a major transition, when life is demanding that you cross from who you were to who you're becoming. That bridge is real. And let me tell you, the crossing is absolutely required. There is no turning back. And that shaky, unstable feeling you get on the bridge, that's by design. It's supposed to feel like that. It's there to force you to trust yourself with every single step into the unknown. So don't get overwhelmed by the whole journey. Just focus. What is the very next step? Take that one. Okay, what about a tug of war? If you're dreaming of this, you need to get one thing straight right now. You are not a participant in this fight. You're not pulling for side A or side B. You are the rope. You are literally being pulled apart by 2 opposing forces, 2 different needs, 2 different versions of yourself. And your body, your subconscious, is telling you that this level of internal conflict, it's just not sustainable. You can't keep this up. And deep down, your gut already knows which way you need to go. You just have to listen. And what if you dream of a lifeline, a rescue rope being thrown to you? It means you're not alone. It means you are close to a crisis, but you've been way too proud to ask for help. So allow yourself to be saved. Grab the rope. Stop pushing people away. This isn't weakness, it's grace. Okay, finally, let's talk about the dreams of agency, dreams of power. This is where the choice to build, to cut ties, to act is 100% in your hands. Now, this next one takes real courage to look at. If you dream you're tying someone else up with a rope, it means you're controlling them. It's probably coming from a place of fear, right? A fear of loss. But it forces you to ask a really brutal question. Has your love become a cage? Are you actually giving the people you love the freedom to choose you? Now, dreaming of braiding a rope, this is a rare one, and it's incredibly powerful. It's a dream of creation. It means you're building something with real strength, real integrity. It could be a business, a family, a community. Whatever you're doing, it's creating a lifeline. So whatever you do, do not stop, and do not doubt it. Dreaming of cutting a rope? This is all about liberation, or severance. And the entire meaning, the whole key, is in the feeling of the dream. How did it feel to make that cut? Did it feel like a relief, like freedom? Then it's time to let go. But if it felt panicked, chaotic, then you're about to make a hasty decision in your waking life. It's a warning. So before you end anything major in your life, this is the only question you need to ask. If that dream felt like a release, a deep breath out, it's time. But if it felt violent or scary, your subconscious is screaming at you, don't act out of fear. And finally, the coiled rope. This one is all about potential. It is the dormant power just sitting inside you waiting. This dream is a serious wake-up call to stop playing small. You have so much more capacity, so much more strength than you're currently using. So this is the final message, right? The strength is already yours. It's coiled up and it's ready to go. So name one area in your life where you know you're underperforming, where you're holding back, and deploy your real strength there. And do it this week. The rope is in your hands. The only question left is, what are you going to do with it?
Part 3. You know, decoding the dream, figuring out the symbols, that was the easy part. Now, let's get into what really matters. This is the part that actually changes your life.
Look, understanding without action, that's just a hobby, a cool party trick. What we're talking about here, these aren't just theories for someday. These are urgent, doable things you can start tonight. So listen up. Pay attention to the one that really hits you in the gut, because that's your starting line. Okay, first up, we're going to need some tools for seeing things clearly. And I mean radical self-honesty. You have to look inward before you even think about acting outward. This is all about gathering the real data you need before you make a single move.
Yeah, I'm talking to you, the overthinker. You know who you are. The one who lives up in your head just mapping out every single possibility, every what if. Your analysis is brilliant, it's so thorough, but it's become a fortress. And guess what? You're trapped inside. Your own clarity has become your cage.
This right here, it's non-negotiable. If you're serious about this, you do this. And I mean a physical notebook, not your phone. I promise you, within 2 weeks, you're going to see patterns that are more revealing than a month of therapy. The dream only speaks once. You either write it down or you lose it. Simple as that.
Okay, so maybe that last part sounded a little too woo-woo for you. You're the skeptic. You need hard data, not some fluffy symbolism. You trust logic, not feelings. You know what? Good. Perfect. Let's treat your subconscious like the super powerful processor it is, because guess what? Neuroscience is totally on our side here. Just think of this as a pure data gathering exercise. That's it. When you're in REM sleep, your brain is working overtime, processing all this unresolved emotional stuff. The pictures it throws at you, they're not random, it's a pattern. So what you find after 30 days of tracking this stuff, it's not magic, it's just information. Cold, hard data. Now use it. All right, so now that we've looked inward, let's see how this all connects to the outside world, to those cords that tie you to other people. Because let's be honest, most of the ropes holding us back, someone else is on the other end. So, are you the people pleaser? The one who feels like it's your job to hold everyone and everything together? You truly believe that if you let go, even for a split second, the whole world will just fall apart? Yeah, this one's for you. This little exercise, it's like a visual audit of your energy, and it's going to demand some brutal honesty, okay? Now, the ropes that are holding you back, they don't all have to be cut. Not necessarily, but they are the ones that are screaming for an honest conversation, or at the very least, a new boundary. And not tomorrow, right now. Listen to me. I really need you to hear this. If you are dreaming about being tied up, or strangled, or a rope snapping, your subconscious has already diagnosed that relationship. Your conscious, waking self is just the last one to get the memo. It's a final warning. So this quote, this is a tool. I'm literally giving you the exact words for the most urgent conversation you need to have. Notice, it doesn't say you have to leave, it doesn't say you have to start a fight, but you absolutely 100% have to speak your truth. Which brings us to the next step, reclaiming your own power, your own agency. This section is for anyone out there who feels trapped or way too responsible for everything, or like you're just living out a life based on someone else's script. You know that vague feeling of being career trapped? Let's make it completely concrete, right now, because it's not some abstract idea. It's the job title that doesn't fit. It's that one colleague who just drains the life out of you. It's the schedule that owns your time. And yeah, it's that salary, the one that feels like safety but is actually just a really comfortable cage. You have to name it. Look, the first step isn't some huge, dramatic leap of faith. This is not about quitting your job tomorrow, okay? It is simply about naming the one rope, the one thing you would change if you had zero fear. Just one. That's your next move. Remember this, clarity comes before courage, every single time. Okay, let's flip the script for a second. Let's talk to the person on the other side of the rope, the one whose dreams are all about them doing the tying, the one holding everything in place, managing every single outcome. Just read that again. That tightness in your chest, that feeling you've been calling being responsible. Let's be real. It was never strength. It was terror, wearing a responsible mask. And if that hits home, It calls for a totally new practice.
So here's your prescription. For the next 30 days, I want you to practice deliberately letting go. Just once a day. Let the meeting run itself. Let your kid figure it out on their own. Let someone you love make a choice you wouldn't have made for them. Every single time you do this, you loosen a knot. And not a knot out there in the world, a knot inside your own chest.
Okay, we're at the end now, and this is the most powerful practice of them all. This is for the person who's just done, you know? Done with the comfortable lies, done with waiting around for someday. This is for the person who is truly ready for a transformation. I want you to get a physical piece of rope, something real you can hold. And I want you to speak aloud everything, every relationship, every belief, every fear-based story that has held you back. And as you say each one, you physically untie a knot in that rope. And then you just sit, in the silence, holding that open rope in your hands.
And that feeling you get in that quiet, open space, that's it. That's the answer you've been searching for. That's your new beginning. It is both the cost of freedom and its ultimate reward.
So, after all of that, there's really only one question left, isn't there? And it is not theoretical. It's not for someday. It is for right now, for tonight. Which rope are you going to touch first?